Prime. You're watching us live from the economic capital of the country. My name is Genda Peldrin Blanche King, the division officer of Douala 5 subdivision, and Nwafo Cletus Asongwe has been installed. He was installed today during a ceremony attended by administrative religious authorities. The new divisional officer is charged with the responsibility of resolving multiple land disputes in his new area of command. Lasha Kinsley was present at the event. He compiled the following.
The divisional officer for Douala 5 subdivision, Nwafo Cletus Asongwe, has been installed. He was installed today by the senior divisional officer for Wuri division, Benjamin Mbotu.
He has only one preoccupation in his mind: to work. He is the divisional officer of all the sons and daughters, men and women of Douala 5 subdivision. Take care of him and help him to consolidate the pillars of this administrative unit.
The mayor of Douala 5 Council, Mr. Richard Fongwe, while congratulating the outgoing DO for a job well done, he also thanked all those who came from far and near to witness the installation ceremony of the new DO.
For our brothers and sisters who have come from far and near, especially from Chico subdivision, from Bambili in the Mizam division, you are heartily welcome at this Douala 5 ceremonial run.
Also present were traditional rulers from the northwest, southwest, west, and littoral regions of the country. Gifts comprising of household equipment were also handed to both the outgoing and incoming divisional officers by the mayor of the municipality. Nwafo Cletus Asongwe replaces Mr. Fombele Mateus Anye, called up for other duties.
An accident recorded yesterday around the Tiko-Douala stretch of road has left one dead and others injured. The deceased, Petranji, was a first-year student in a higher institution in Boya, according to reports. Though the real cause of the accident has not been established, reports say the car tumbled severally on the road, leading to many others who were present in the car being injured. Amongst those injured is the husband-to-be of the deceased and his brother. According to findings, their wedding was scheduled for January 16, 2021. The remains of the lady has been deposited at the Boya Regional Hospital mortuary, while the injured are presently under medical care. And to something else, still in the southwest region of the country, sons and daughters of the 4 villages that make up the Wovia clan have committed the year 2021 into the hands of God. This was during an ecumenical service which brought together the sons and daughters of the clan. It was equally a time to seek the face of God and ask for permission or forgiveness from God. Kumano Rimbom in the following report.
It is a tradition for the villages of Botaland, Wovia, Mondoli, and Dame village to come together every first Sunday of the year to celebrate their identity as people with one ancestral parent. In previous years, they celebrated this day inside the sea, performing traditional rituals to the goddess of the sea and organizing cultural activities like canoe race, traditional wrestling, just to name but these few. This year, they have decided to make a difference by organizing an ecumenical service to thank God for choosing them, not only as the indigenous Bakwarians, but as the first community to have opened their doors to the first missionaries that came to Cameroon. During the ecumenical service, the parish pastor of Presbyterian Church Wovia, Reverend Aza Romanus, prayed for the population to be united and support each other to build stronger communities. The ecumenical service witnessed a special thanksgiving offered by the Rapid Boys of Wovia Beach, winners of the 2020 edition of the Wovia Cultural Festival Canoe Race. The second phase of the ceremony was characterized with speeches from the different traditional rulers of the 4 villages that make up Wovia clan with the exception of Botalan village. Addressing the population, the chief of Ndame village, the last of the 4 villages that constitute the Wovia history tree, pleaded with the other village to support them to grow since their village is still under revival. On his part, the chief of Wovia village, Chief Dikanjo Malumbe George, called for a minute of silence to all those villagers who lost their lives in 2020. He warned on the excesses of alcohol consumption and drug addiction in the village while promising difficult times for those who are comfortable with such bad practices. Earlier on, the chairman of the Presbyterian Church, Wovia, Matthias Senge, attempted to give an explanation of the significance of this event.
The first missionaries that landed in Cameroon, like I say in Cameroon, landed along the coast of Limbe. And we were opportune to embrace the word from this missionary. So this word that we embrace, we said, before ever want to start any activity in a year, the first Sunday of the year will come by the shore where we embrace Christianity, the first missionaries that came here, and give thanks to God.
Just like the saying goes, everything that begins well deserves a good ending. So have the people of Wovia clan committed the year 2021 in the hands of the Lord, hoping for more opportunities to come their way this year.
We stay with Kumono-Rimbo. Some members of Mbasa neighborhood in Batoke village have been recognized for their commitments to the association since creation in 1997. The recognition coincided with the 24th anniversary of the association and the inauguration of the 4th uniform of this association. Kumono-Rimbo completes the story.
Meeting members of Mbasa neighborhood in Batoke village have celebrated the 24th anniversary of their meeting and the 4th inauguration of their meeting uniform, created in 1997 at Mbase quarters, Batoke village, through the initiative of Mr. Tambeng Samuel, who brought together a few members from the neighborhood. The meeting has recorded several achievements like the acquisition of a permit, opening of a bank account for the safety of members' money, support of village activities, acquisition of canopies, chairs, and cutleries for rentage, just to name but these few. Addressing meeting members, the president of Mbase neighborhood meeting, Mr. Ngembule Elvis, said one of the reasons which they are celebrating the 24th anniversary is to remember and celebrate the lives of those meeting members who had passed into eternity. He added that the changing of old uniform to new uniform signifies purification of their hearts, changing of old habits to new habits, and changing of all activities to new ones in order for the meeting to grow. He used the occasion to plead to the chief of Batoke to provide a piece of land to Mbase neighborhood meeting to construct a meeting house.
We had a new uniform, as you see we are wearing. We could not celebrate only uniform or inaugurate uniform without celebrating the anniversary, because it would have been a double ceremony. So we just decided to crown the two so that we should not spend much. But we left out the end of year. The end of year is coming immediately after this celebration that will be celebrated. In a society, we need people to be joyful, to laugh always, to dance, to be happy, and they will stay longer if they are happy. But if they are not happy, if they are so dormant, they will not live longer.
On his part, the chief of Batoke village, His Royal Highness Chief Otto Mulungu Moliver, congratulated the meeting members for the spirit of hard work, unity, progress so far for 24 years. He promised to consult with members of his village traditional council before responding to their demands of a piece of land to construct a meeting house. He urged them to continue in the same spirit while looking forward to celebrate future anniversaries with them. The celebrations also witnessed the award of Certificate of Recognition to some founding and committed members for their contribution to the growth of the meeting.
Eileen Sama has updates in Africa.
Jihadist fighters in Nigeria have killed 13 soldiers in the northeastern part of the country. Heavy gunfire and rocket-propelled grenades reportedly hit a military convoy in Gaza-Ghana village in Yobe State on Saturday. An officer said 13 soldiers were lost in the ambush and several injured. However, The Nigerian army, which has given lower official figures for losses, said on Sunday that 28 jihadis had been neutralized and only one soldier had died. In Uganda, an army serviceman fatally shot 4 people and injured others before being killed by security forces on Monday. The death included 2 paramilitary police personnel, a police constable, and a civilian. The incident happened in Nansana, on the outskirts of the capital Kampala. According to an army statement, the shooter was identified as Dennis Omara, who held the rank of Lance Corporal. An investigation into the deadly shooting has been launched by the army. The South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced that the country's land borders will be closed to most travelers until 15 February in an effort to slow the spread of coronavirus. In a TV address on Monday night, President Ramaphosa said the pandemic in South Africa is currently at its most devastating stage, with infection numbers far exceeding the peak experienced in the first wave. He said there have been nearly 190,000 reported infections since New Year's Day, and there are currently more than 15,000 people in hospital with COVID-19. France has opened an investigation into the disappearance of a talented Senegalese student who attends a prestigious Paris school. Diary Sow was reported missing on January 4, raising concerns in Senegal and France, sources say. The 20-year-old did not show up at the start of the Christmas holidays at the Louis Loga High School. It is worth stating Diary Sow is known as the best student in Senegal, and her disappearance reported by the Senegal consul on January 7.
Eileen Sama ending that report. Thanks very much. Let's now join Etape Content for sports news in the French language.
Le Chan commence samedi prochain. C'est la raison pour laquelle les équipes ont pris leur quartier hier lundi à Douala. Il s'agit des formations sportives à prime africaines devant compétir sur le stade de Japoma et celui de Bepanda. À titre d'exemple, les poulains de la Libye sont logés dans l'hôtel Sawa à Bonanjo. Ils vont s'entraîner au stade annexe de Bepanda avant de faire leur tout premier match avec la Zambie mercredi prochain. La formation zambienne, quant à elle, s'est installée à Deka Hotel dans le 4e arrondissement de la capitale économique. Le stade d'entraînement est le complexe sportif de la Kadi Sport académique pour les Ougandais. Le lieu de résidence en vue du Chan, c'est à l'hôtel Vallée des Princes à Bessengue. C'est là qu'ils ont déposé leurs valises hier. Ils s'entraîneront à l'annexe de Bepanda à l'après-midi, tandis que les Nigériens se trouvent à l'hôtel Aqua Palace en plein cœur d'Aqua à Douala. J-4 pour la grande messe sportive africaine au Cameroun, comme dans toute l'étendue du territoire du pays, plus précisément dans les régions où vont se dérouler les compétitions. Les tickets d'entrée au stade sont disponibles à Douala depuis hier, notamment dans les stations Total, les délégations régionales du ministère des Sports et de l'Éducation physique du littoral, les parcours Vita, au kiosque des stades de Bepanda et de Japoma, à Kameko, à Kamtel et même dans les délégations d'arrondissement des sports et de l'éducation physique de Douala 4e à Bonabéry. Ces tickets ont des prix variés en fonction du site. Au complexe de Japoma, par exemple, ils varient de 1 500 à 50 000 francs.
That's what we gathered for you today on today's edition of Prime News on My Media Prime. Join us tomorrow, God willing, at 6:30 for another edition. Fifth Tata Berenu coordinated the news produced by Desmond Ngwa. My name is Genda Peoji Blanche King. Stay tuned. See you tomorrow. Good night.